It happened again. A shooting, then tweets, thoughts and prayers.
Who would ever think a thing like this could happen?
And on gun control, any debate delayed.
I think that mental health is your problem here, but this isn't a guns situation. I mean, we could go into it, but it's a little bit soon to go into it.
Too soon, the president says, echoing his comments last month, 2 days after the worst mass shooting in U.S. history.
We'll be talking about gun laws as time goes by.
Today, presidential pushback on the idea of any new gun laws.
Fortunately, somebody else had a gun that was shooting in the opposite direction. Otherwise, it would have been as bad as it was. It would have been much worse.
Second Amendment advocates argue that's exactly why the government should not add more regulations, like on the kinds of semi-automatic weapons used in Aurora, Orlando, Las Vegas, and Sandy Hook. Children died then, too, 20 of them. That's what led Shannon Watts to become a gun control advocate.
Talking about mental illness after a mass shooting is absolutely a political diversion.
The AR-15 is one of the most popular firearms in the country, with the National Shooting Sports Foundation estimating between 5 and 8 million are in the U.S. right now.
The government cannot protect us. It's shown that they cannot protect us. It's just that they can't be where the bad guys are. And for us to discuss legislation is to discuss how many angels can fit on the head of a pin.
The president's monitoring all of this from Asia, where right now we are just across the border from North Korea. Here, President Trump will work to build a relationship with the South Korean leader, with White House officials suggesting he will not back off his tough talk when it comes to confronting the threat from Kim Jong-un.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.